Hey, what's going on? It's Garrett with Renoview.com. I'm going to create a video for you on our Elevate Inspire series. It's our most commonly sold window that we have here at Renoview.com. It's our 10 windows for $5,999 here in 2026. And so if you're in the market for windows and you're just trying to get an idea of what things cost, and you now have received an estimate from us and you're like, man, is this a really good quality window? Because hey, the price structure looks pretty good, but is it actually a good product? So I'm gonna try to illustrate this the best way possible to try and sell you on this product and make you believe that, hey, this is actually good quality. And so I'm not just gonna talk about it, I actually have some demonstrations, and you might even see this little light here behind me. What that is, it's a heat lamp, okay? And so what we're trying to illustrate is that sunlight actually coming into the home of where you are, putting heat on that external pane of glass to see what kind of transfer we actually have. Now, I turned this heat lamp on about probably 20 or so minutes ago, so it's been heating up. I'm now cutting this video. And the one thing that I always like to say in videos like this is that this is a live video. So I typically don't do scripts. You know, I have some bullet points in my head that I'm gonna talk to you about, but if I mess up along the way, you know, please forgive me. Obviously, this is a completely live video. It's probably gonna be about a 15-minute long video as well. So just gonna try to cover every bullet point on the Elevate Inspire series, which again is our promotional window, and hopefully answer any questions that you do have on this product. That way, when you're ready to make a decision to move forward, this video will actually give you something to think about and help you even more consider Renoview.com. So let's get started. So the first thing is, I have a tool here in my back pocket. Basically, it's just a little temperature gun. And I'm gonna let this heat up just a little bit more because I really want it to get extremely hot. You know, like I said, I only had it on for about 20 minutes. You know, I wanna try to get it to that full capacity that I can physically do within this video anyway, to try to give you the best illustration. So it's gonna stay on along the way as we continue to run this video basically. So the first thing is that I'm gonna talk to you about is the colors of the windows. So the first thing is, you know, with the different colors of the windows, we have multiple different options with this Elevate. We have kind of a basic color option and a exterior color option. So the basic color options are going to be just like you see right here. So this is going to be our white option right here. Going to be our white option just like you see. Then we have a khaki, which is going to be just like this. And then we have our taupe, which is going to be like this, kind of more of a clay color, if you will. And then obviously for our exterior colors, we have a black, just like you see here, and a bronze as well. So those are going to be the basic color options that we have on this particular product. Now, the other thing that we're going to kind of talk on as far as aesthetics are going to be grid patterns. So with the windows, we can get multiple different styles of grid patterns. So like as you see here, this one is kind of more of a craftsman style. This horizontal grid is up here at the top. There's nothing here at the bottom. And then you just kind of have these two verticals. Then also we have, you know, just a traditional colonial pattern where the top and the bottom both can have the grids. Or if you're just like, hey, I don't want any lines whatsoever, then obviously we can do that as well. These are all custom ordered windows, so we can absolutely do that and just basically remove these grids from the windows. Now, the other aspect of aesthetics is going to be configuration, okay? So configuration, meaning, hey, these windows currently go up and down. I don't really care to open my windows. I would rather look in my backyard, in my pool, and see big plate glass windows. We can absolutely do that for you here at Renoview.com. And honestly, it doesn't really affect your price point a whole lot. So if you decide that you do like configurations like that, we can absolutely do that for you. Just get with us and be like, hey, I want these windows to be this, so on and so forth. And again, typically your price isn't changed. But we can absolutely, you know, obviously do that. Or other configurations like sliding windows side to side. Let's just say, for instance, you have two regular up and down windows that are right beside each other and you want to make them sliders. You can absolutely do that as well. There's really unlimited options with buying windows online because everything's custom. It's not like we just have these windows sitting in a warehouse. You know, they have to fit your home. So they're obviously, you know, measured and custom fit to fit your home. So when it comes to configuration and we actually ordering it, the aesthetics, everything, you know, obviously we can do that. But our primary option is going to be single hung. So basically, just like you see here, bottom portion goes up and down, and then it will fold in to make it easier for you to clean on the inside of your home. So basically, this being a single hung window, it goes up, folds in. Again, this is our Elevate Inspire series. Single hung means the portion is a hung. It's not a single pane, it's a single hung, meaning this goes up and down and then folds in again to make it easier for you to clean the inside. But this top section is stationary. With this window only opening on the bottom, it's only going to come with a screen on the bottom as well. It's not going to have a screen on the top section. Again, that doesn't open, so there's no reason to have a screen, if that makes sense. So a couple other things on the windows is they're going to come basically with 2 locks on all windows that are over 24 inches wide. So as long as it's over that width, which is basically 2 feet, then that right there will have 2 locks for you. There's multiple different hardware components inside this window as well that make this window function, make it smooth and easy to operate, just like you see me doing here. And then also, these are double pane windows, okay? So I mentioned single hung, now I'm talking about double pane. So what that means is there's 2 panes of glass, and that's what this is trying to illustrate here. And basically, there's a low E on this window, which is essentially like a tint, like on you know, the window itself, and basically that helps from the heat from actually penetrating and transferring all the way to the inside of your home. But also in between those panes is an argon gas. And what that argon gas does is it helps prevent any kind of UV rays from penetrating into the home. So it really adds to the overall efficiency of your home, which in most cases your current windows don't have any argon gas. They're not double pane. And then also they don't have the low E tint, which is one of the most important parts of buying the new windows. So that'll come standard with this Elevate Inspire series. A couple other things is weather stripping. So most of your windows currently probably have 0 weather stripping. And I think that's something that's typically overlooked by people. Having multiple different points of weather stripping on the window is great to eliminate any kind of cold drafts or air infiltration or anything like that. Having those multiple points really, you know, kind of blocks off that draftiness, as your current windows probably have 0 weather stripping, obviously. So getting to just a final kind of point of energy efficiency, and then I'm going to talk about warranty, and then a few other items as well. So I mentioned that low E, talked about all of that stuff. Again, in the beginning, I said this has been about 20 minutes or so. So to see exactly where this is coming in at, going to measure this side. It is pretty hot now to the touch. Earlier, I wasn't able to actually touch it, but this is coming in at about 134 temperature here on this external pane. So 134, basically right there on that external pane. And then on the interior here, it's coming in at about 82. Okay, so 82 degrees on the internal, directly where this has been sitting. And then basically, so that's at 82 on the inside there, as you can see. And then we're gonna look at, see if I can hold this. If I hold it, let's see. Okay, there we go. So I got this in at 130. All right, so that's a pretty good transition. So I am gonna do this with all of our windows. This is just obviously on our Elevate Inspire series, but like seeing this quality of product transitioning from 130 to 80, it's about a 50-degree difference from the external temp to the internal temp. And so if you think about that, does it really get up to 130 degrees as far as sunlight hitting the exterior of your home? There probably is cases at time that it does that, but think about like what these new windows are gonna do for you in comparison to what your current windows are. I guarantee you, if you were to go put, you know, this heat lamp on the external of your window now, and then do it, you know, with the same example, same illustration, probably a pretty big difference from what you're seeing here. I bet you those numbers are a lot closer in comparison to here, they're pretty separated, if that makes sense. So that just gives you an idea of what the quality of this glass package is in this Elevate Inspire series. And again, this is our promotional window that we promote all over our social media. So just something really good to obviously think about as you're purchasing the different windows and stuff like that. And then the final thing I like to talk about is the warranty on the windows. So basically the warranty is divided into multiple different components. There's basically three. So the first thing is the frames of the window. This is a vinyl framed window. So the frames of it, everything you see that's basically white on this window is a vinyl frame. If that ever starts to warp, crack, peel, fade, twist, bow, blister, peel, anything like that, that is all directly covered for a lifetime on this particular window. The next thing is going to be seal failure. So I mentioned, hey, low E, argon gas, all this different stuff when it comes to the efficiency of the glass. But what happens if that argon gas, for instance, leaks out? Well, what you'll notice is a moisture or fogginess or cloudiness in between the panes. And whenever you see that, what that basically is telling you is that these seals have failed on this window. And that's something that the manufacturer puts a 20-year warranty on. So if you ever have an issue with that seal failure, that's going to be directly covered for 20 years. And then the third thing, which is components, is going to be just the locking components, the inside components, kind of everything like that. And then that's going to be directly covered for 10 years. If you end up getting an exterior color on the window, like I showed you in the beginning, the black or the bronze, something like that, that is a laminate that goes over the top of this white vinyl. And then that right there is going to be covered directly for 10 years as well. So just multiple different components there on the warranty side of things. But overall, if I was just to tell you, it's a 20-year style window. It has a multiple different energy efficiency packages. Obviously, we have the multiple different colors as well within this window configuration. And if you are watching this video, you have most likely received an estimate on this product already. Again, our Elevate Inspire series. And so I really hope that you would consider it in this by watching this video. Again, it's a very good quality window, seeing the different heat tests, seeing the different things that it can really do. And it's also at an affordable price. So if you are in the market for windows, I hope this video helped you make your decision easier. And hopefully it really answered some questions for you on this Elevate Inspire series. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for considering rentoview.com.